Today I'll be talking about Islamization of Nigeria. This is a topic that a lot of people don't like to listen to, most especially the people who are Buharis or the people who are actually fanatics of Buhari or they love Buhari so much to that extent. But the point is that it is the fact. They want to Islamize Nigeria. Hmm? And the people who are supposed to be leaders are stupid enough not to realize all these things. Hmm? Because I used to think, why do people forget things so fast? The harm he did in 1983 during Abacha's time as the chairman of Petroleum Trust Fund 2015 to 2019, some people still went ahead to support him, most especially the top politicians who still went ahead to support him. But well, that's not why I'm here today. Today is what I've come to tell you today is why I know that Buhari is trying to Islamize Nigeria and why Nigerians should stay woke. Number one is that Fulanis, or Hausas generally, but most especially Fulanis, have been known to be fond of spreading Islam everywhere with violence. That's it. I'm a Muslim too. I'm Muslim too. Hmm? But whatever is wrong, we have to say it. When things are right, the right things we have to say, the wrong things we have to tell people what they have done that is wrong. In the ancient times, before this Afanja issue, hmm, the Fulanis, they came to Yoruba land. They came through all this Oshogbo side, all this Akure or Iwo, Ife, Ondo stuff. Like, they wanted to conquer Oshogbo and inflict or impose Islam on the people there. But but that attack was stopped and checked by the great army of Ibadan. Then, from Ibadan, I feel proud of that. And Ibadan is the military headquarters of the old Oyo Empire then. So after they have been checked, that was when they stopped doing that and they started coming to Yoruba land to trade with us and to do several things. That was when all the likes of Alimi as well also came to Ilorin and they started mingling with the people before Afanja fell the victim of relinquishing and disbanding his own Yoruba soldiers that is made up of Yoruba men and accompanying and recruiting Hausa men as his own soldiers, which actually led to how he was being betrayed by Alimi's son or Afa Alimi's son, which was an Hausa man. His son got orders his son got orders, money and power from Sultan of Sokoto then, and they empower him to fight against Afanja. Then he sparked that against Afanja, and they won him and they conquered Ilorin back then. And secondly, you see all these things, they are still there. It might have been 300 years ago, but these things are still there. That was one of the reasons why they cancel history in school. But that's a story for another day. But let's look into today's history, right? Buhari came, befriending all these Yoruba politicians, Igbo politicians, and things like that. They brought him into power in 2015. Sometimes I used to think like, how do all these Tinubu and others, how do they used to think against safe? You brought him into power in 2015. In 2016, he sidelined you. 2017, he sidelined you. When it comes to 2018, when you know that we need your support for the second term, he gave all the party powers to Tinubu. He let him make all the decisions. They were fighting with Saraki's impeachment, um, imposing or electing Oshiomhole as the party chairman, impeaching Odigi Oyegun, who is a Buharis loyalist. They impeached him. Tinubu was feeling like, he's having the control of the party then. But it is a lie. It's a lie. 2019 came. 2019 came. They supported him again. He entered. He started sidelining him. even immediately as he was elected. Hmm? The likes of Oshomole are no more consequential. They are now inconsequential in APC, right? The likes of Obaseki, they have run to Buhari. The likes of Fayemi have run to Buhari. A lot of all these Rotimi Akeredolu, they have run to Buhari. And what Buhari is doing is that he will befriend some certain set of people to achieve something. And after achieving, and while he was achieving those things, he will give those people the permission to do whatever they want, most especially the things that are going to that can get them jailed in future. That's one of the reasons why all these Yoruba governors can't speak up anymore. That's why they can't speak up anymore. And even the traditional rulers too, a lot of them are taking bribes and shit. They can't talk. But well, that's another story. Back to what I'm talking about. So a lot of all this fire me and co, they're stealing money, doing all this, doing that. At the end of the day, Wari is going to use those things that he permitted them to do. Will use those things against them whenever they try to sprang up against him. Whenever he wants to take the full control of the country. Whenever he wants to take the full control of the country. That's when they are going to spring up against him, and he wouldn't be able to do anything again. And if Buhari is able to be even Buhari should have actually waged war or started having conflict with Ahmed Lawan as well. But Ahmed Lawan is the one in charge of the constitutional amendment that is going to assure whether he's going to be able to stay more than Buhari is able to stay more than 2023 or not. Mm. And now all these Babasanjo as well, they have run back to Buhari. They are now doing all these things together. But a lot of people still don't want to accept the fact that Buhari is trying to Islamize Nigeria. And let's look at it from this perspective. Let's look at El Zakzaky's detention. Hmm? Showore was detained illegally, right? He wasn't released on bail. People started shouting. Did you people shout when Al Zakzaki was detained? Are you fighting every day? Did you stage protests apart from his people who are actually Shiites themselves? If you had fight then, you'd be fighting less now. You'll be fighting less now. You wouldn't be having a lot of problems getting Showore out of the den that he is. But you see someone else being jailed and being illegally being suffered, but you couldn't say anything. Hmm? I think we Nigerians are kind of a lot of hypocrites. I'm not gonna lie to you. We are hypocrites. So the major reason why Buhari has detained Ezekizeki illegally is just because that it's just the fact that there are two factions in Islam in the global sense, right? There is Sunni Islam, there are Shiite Islam, right? Who are the Sunni Islam? These are the people who went along with the ideas of the first three caliphs or caliphates. You can check Google for the meaning of caliphate. They are like regents, or they are like the people who stand as the Islamic leader of the Muslims after the death of Prophet Muhammad, right? So a large number of people, is a large set of people assume, or then they voted Ali. It's not by vote, but like they accepted Ali and wanted Ali as the Khalifa after. Khalifa means the person that will replace someone after his death, right? It might not be after his death, but after the death of, so like he's supposed to be in charge of all Islamic affairs and be the leader of the Muslims. That Ali is a cousin to Prophet Muhammad, right? And he got married to one of Prophet Muhammad's daughter. Hmm? This actually made him more qualified for the position, right? So, but in short, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman were the first caliphs, even though that Ali has been that Ali has been prescribed by his own people and by the family of mostly by the family of the prophet, usually by the family of the prophet, that it should be the higher after um after the prophet, right? According to history. So it wasn't made the higher, right? It wasn't made the caliphate. It wasn't made the caliphate, right? So it was eventually it became the fourth caliphate. So those are the people that have been called Khulafa al Rashidun or Rashidun Caliphates. Uh, you can check Google for Rashidun Caliphate. That's how non-Muslims used to say it, but they are called Khulafa al Rashidun. But just search for Rashidun Caliphate. What's the name is going to bring it up for you. You can read about it. So since then, after the death of Ali, so the is it before the death of Ali as well? Before the death of Ali, after the death of Usman, the people of Ali, they didn't went along with all the policies of the first three caliphates. So the people after the death of Ali, the followers of Ali actually were not relating so well with the policies of the first three caliphates, and they started doing their things separately, and they are being called Shiite, right? So the larger population sect, the sect with the larger population, who are the people who went along with the policies and administration of the first three caliphates. So those people, they started waging wars on the Shiites. So the Shiites have to leave the Arabian Peninsula. They didn't leave the Arabian Peninsula totally, right? But they left all the Saudi Arabia region. Let me say the Mecca and Medina region majorly. So they left there. They went to other countries: Abyssinia, Iran, Iraq, which are now Iraq today, right? This Persia is now in Iran. So they went to all those countries. They went to all those part of the world, which are now in some countries today. And since then there has been this rivalry between the Sunni Islam are the people who actually went along with the three caliphates, the first three caliphates, and the Shiites who went along with Ali, who is the last or the fourth caliphate. It is majorly on that religious factional opposition between the Sunni Islam and Shiite Islam. That is the major reason why Buhari is imprisoning him. Go and look into factional quarrel. You can just search it, factional quarrel, or factional differences or factional wars between Sunni Islam and Shiites. Search for it on Google. You will see a lot of all this, even on Islamic websites as well. Even though and now these days the Sunni Islam are claiming that the Shiites are idol worshippers or they are disbelievers, they are not Muslims. I'm not here to judge who is a Muslim or not. But the point is, it is a religious difference. It's not even religious difference, factional or sect difference between Shiites and the sect which Buhari belonged to. So that is it. And Buhari is seeing these Shiites as their numbers is growing. The Shiite numbers is growing worldwide. It's growing worldwide. So that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why Buhari is. I'm actually hungry now. So that's one of the reasons why Buhari is actually imprisoning him. It's just a normal religious difference. Factional difference. It's not because they are doing the same religion to me, I think. But the Sunni Islam usually claim that they are not Muslim, they are not this, they are not that. Nobody cares about that. Do your Islam the way you understand it. Just stick to the fundamental things. Yeah. So, but whatever the fuck, whatever might have happened, Buhari is planning to Islamize Nigeria, and he will do anything that stand in his way. So, I advise you people, do something about it in your own, as little as you can, and stand against this. Because at the end of the day, it won't even favor the Muslims. It won't favor them. Why? Because we go back to the days or the black days. where we are no where we are not civilized, people are not civilized and shit like that. Who are the people that are leading? Buhari with no academic qualification, hmm? And who are his followers? Northerners, the Northerners who despise education, who despise information, the Northerners who claim to be progressive but they are conservative. The people who don't want to change. The people who don't the people who don't listen to other people's idea and try to sieve it and see whatever is good in it. Hmm? And they claim to be progressive and you people are following them. Don't be stupid, Nigerians. Don't be stupid. Nobody is saying you should go out on the street and fight and do, but the least you can do whatever in your own social milieu. These things usually go in the long way when when it becomes a trend. That's all I've got to say about